Has it ever happened to you that you sit down to study and suddenly everything else becomes urgent? Your phone calls to you, your desk suddenly needs cleaning, and even the ceiling looks more interesting than your textbook? You tell yourself, just 5 more minutes of scrolling, and then I'll focus. But those 5 minutes turn into an hour. And when you finally open your notes, you realize you've been staring at the same page for hours without remembering a single word. You highlight key passages, underline key words, even reread the same page 5 times. But during the exam, it's a total blank. Does that sound familiar? It's not laziness. It's not a lack of intelligence. It's because you're not studying the right way. Here's a truth most people ignore. There are study methods that feel almost unfair, like discovering a secret code for your brain. With these methods, everything changes. No more spending endless hours trying to understand a chapter, no more rereading your notes until your eyes hurt. Instead, you'll learn twice as fast and remember more than you ever thought possible, while still having energy left for your free time, like relaxing with friends or watching your favorite show guilt-free. And the best part? These aren't random study hacks. They're scientifically proven strategies used by top students, memory champions, doctors, and even CEOs who need to process huge amounts of information quickly. Once you put them into practice, you'll realize that studying isn't painful or boring. It can actually become simple, clear, and even exciting. Because for the first time, you'll see real results. So grab your notebook, because in just a few minutes, I'll show you how to study so effectively, it'll feel like cheating. First tip, active recall. Imagine 2 students preparing for the same exam. The first reads his textbook 3 times in a row. The second reads it once, then closes it and tries to recall the main points without looking. A week later, who do you think remembers more? Obviously the second one, right? Because our brain doesn't grow by simply looking at information. It grows by working to retrieve it. It's like physical exercise. Your muscles don't grow by watching someone lift weights. They grow when you lift them. Here's how to use this method. Read a section or a chapter, then close the book and write down or say aloud everything you remember. Then open the book and check what you missed. At first, it's unsettling, even frustrating. You might realize you forgot more than you thought. But that's the point. That small effort is what strengthens your memory. Second tip, spaced repetition. Here's an alarming fact. After just a day, you forget nearly 70% of what you studied. It's called the forgetting curve. That's why cramming all night rarely works. Most of the information simply fades from your memory. The solution? Spaced repetition. Instead of reviewing once and hoping it sticks, review the material several times with breaks in between. These intervals force your brain to work harder to recall information, which actually makes it easier to remember. For better retention, here's a simple plan. On day 1, read and review quickly. On day 3, review again. On day 7, go over it once more. And finally, on day 14, review one last time. Each time you recall the information, it becomes more firmly anchored in your memory. It's like watering a plant regularly. Each watering helps it grow stronger. By combining spaced repetition and active recall, your memory improves dramatically. You forget less quickly, and your study sessions become far more effective. Third tip, the Pomodoro Technique and deep focus. Many students think studying 8 hours straight makes them smart. They sit at their desk all day, eyes fixed on their books, and feel proud. But in reality, it doesn't work. Your brain isn't built to focus for that long. It works best in short bursts of intense effort. It's like a sprinter, not a marathon runner.
That's where the Pomodoro Technique comes in. Study with full focus for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break to stretch, drink water, or relax. Repeat this 4 times, then take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. This isn't about forcing discipline, it's about biology. Your brain can only maintain high concentration for a limited time. When you study in short sessions, 2 things happen. First, you avoid burnout, so studying doesn't feel exhausting. Second, you accomplish more in less time because your brain is fully focused during each session. 4th tip, the Feynman Technique. You might think you mastered a topic until someone asks you to explain it, and suddenly you can't. That's why the Feynman Technique is so powerful. It's simple but effective. Choose a topic you want to learn, then imagine you're teaching it to a 10-year-old using simple words and no complicated jargon. Identify the parts where you get stuck. Those gaps show what you don't truly understand. Go back, review those sections, and repeat until you can explain them clearly. By forcing yourself to break complex ideas into simple language, your brain consolidates the knowledge. You're not just memorizing, you're understanding. It's like building a Lego model. It's not enough to look at the picture, you have to place each piece in its place. And when you teach, you check that no piece is missing. Once you master this technique, learning becomes faster and deeper. You retain information longer because your brain fully integrates it. 5th tip, the SQ3R Method. Most people read their textbooks passively, hoping the words will just stick. But simply looking at words isn't enough to remember them. That's where the SQ3R method comes in. It forces your brain to actively engage with the text. S stands for survey. Quickly skim through the chapter. Look at titles, subtitles, images, and summaries. This gives your brain an overview of what's coming. Q stands for question. Turn the titles into questions. For example, if a title mentions the causes of World War I, ask yourself, what were the main causes of World War I? R stands for read. Read carefully, looking for answers to your questions. Another R stands for recite. Summarize what you just learned in your own words. Say it out loud or write it down. Don't just copy the text. The final R stands for review. Go back to your notes or summaries later. This reinforces your memory. It's like turning studying into a game. Each question you answer strengthens your brain and sharpens your memory. 6th tip, digital disconnection. You can know every study technique in the world, but if your phone keeps buzzing, none of them will work. Focus is your true superpower when it comes to learning. A single notification, message, like, or short video can break your concentration, and studies show it can take up to 20 minutes to regain full focus after a distraction. So here's how to protect it. Leave your phone in another room while studying. Turn off notifications or use apps that block distractions. Tell yourself, I'll check my phone after this study session, and stick to it. Think of your focus as a treasure. Each time you let in distractions, you lose a bit of that precious resource. But if you protect it, even short study sessions become far more productive. Once your environment is distraction-free, all the study methods we've discussed will work at full power. Your brain will focus deeply, remember more, and learn faster than ever before. When I discovered these 6 study tips, it felt like I'd unlocked my brain's secret code. For years, I thought I was bad at studying. I blamed myself for forgetting things, falling behind, struggling to keep up. But the truth was, it wasn't me. It was the methods I was using. I was studying the old-fashioned way, not the smart way. Once I switched to techniques like active recall, spaced repetition, the Pomodoro Method, and the Feynman Technique, everything changed. I could study less and remember much more. I finally had energy and time for things I actually enjoyed, hanging out with friends, playing sports, or just relaxing without guilt. And that's when I realized something important. Academic success and learning don't depend on working longer than others. It's about working smarter, using scientifically proven methods that optimize learning and memory. With the right method, studying isn't a chore. It's efficient, even enjoyable, and the results will feel almost miraculous, like you found the magic formula. So, which of these tips will you try first? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear which one you'll start with and whether this video gave you even one useful piece of advice for studying more effectively. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips, and share this video with a friend who's